my friends, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you guys the two Kooklites that I have. I got my poultry lantern running today. You'll see that in the background. I'm kind of just see how it works. I still have to paint the collar, but just make sure everything works good, and then I'm going to paint that and then get the tank stenciled. In today's video, let's look at this Kooklite. I feel like you don't see a whole lot of them, and when you do, they either have all the pieces or not. On this one here, alright, so what I did was, it's so hard to find pieces for these and parts. But what I did was this. So I don't have the globe that's supposed to come with it. So I'm just basically using the same globe off of like a 200. I did have this one like that, so I had this lantern, and that's as far as I had it. I don't have the cooker. I'm still trying to track that down, but I wanted to show you guys these two. I still need to do a refurbish on them. I think I've shown a video of this one before. I'm pretty sure. I know I don't think I've done a video on it. And then with this one, I got a few months back. Super nice condition. Like I said, only had the shell, so I don't have the cooker. So I'm on the hunt for that. But in the meantime, also on the hunt for the correct globe. So what I did to make this one kind of the same as this, so they kind of match in a way, I took this side off and put it over here. That way I can have two lanterns. There we go. Kind of looking the same. They both got the really good for redirecting light. So I have the piece, you know, but unfortunately, and the piece doesn't work. Let's see if I can. Okay. I didn't think the ring would go on, but it does. And I think I'm going to leave it on. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That way it doesn't get lost. So we need to tighten something up since we have it off. Let's take a look. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Spent time with the family. We had great weather. There we go. Looks like it can come down. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me pop this off. The only thing I've done with these is just make sure it didn't leak. It just looks a little like someone had it off, and that's fine. but the problem we're having is I'm hitting the threads and not coming down all the way. Let's see if I can bring it down. So what I'm thinking, I'm seeing a lot of threads. You don't want to bottom it out, but you also want to let the collar do its job. Yeah, and we're not coming down. Okay. Let's put it in the vise. All right. Let's just see how loose it is. Oh yeah. Move it with my hands. Try to bring that right around. Pull it up. Okay. Wipe off your area. It was cracked open. Cracked open. What I did was, when I would come over, this dial hit this, because I was like, what is it touching? And it kind of just rolled over it slightly. Just enough. We're going to do a full cleanup on this one. I just want to see where they're at performance wise to make sure we got no issues. Then we can so this is going to be a two-part video, a little bit like before and after. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, this will just be a two-part video on this. Try not to hit the mantle. Trying to be a little gentle with it. Take it out of the vise, spin it around. Alright, we got that all fixed. One thing I did notice, and I can still see it faintly, is the previous owner painted the label. So I'm going to work with some solvents to see if I can take that away. I don't know what type of paint they used, but it's a shame that they had to paint over it. Even if it's messed up, either replace it or keep it. Both of them, we're going to do a full restoration on them. Oh, I want to put this back on because this does fit. Just to, I know if I don't keep it on there, you don't even see what I'm doing, sorry. I'm going to put the ring back on there because it does fit. Because if I know if I don't want to misplace it. Yeah, I don't know how, if you guys, let me know in the comments if you guys have a poultry lantern. And for people not knowing what I'm talking about, back in the 20s and 30s, I want to say, and all the places that all your big huge chicken coops and any kind of farm type setting would hang these in their barn, and because of the big large tank on these, they were able to go for an extended period of time, days and days, without refilling. So the only reason for them to do what they did was just so they didn't have to constantly refill the fonts, the tanks, whatever you want to call it, on these older style. But they didn't want to have to keep refilling them, so they filled it once, last them 4 or 5 days, somewhere in there. I do have a brand new mica globe on that. I just thought that's the right touch, that it needed to be on it to complete the look, because that's what was on it from the factory when they made the poultry liners. I brought out this one, like I said, on the right here. We did this one before, but it's pretty much sat for a long time, so want to make sure that's good. And then like the cages we're going to redo. The vents are good, nothing wrong with the vents. And then this one is good, I like this one, but I might have to redo the, so I might have to do this one. This tank is pretty nice. The font on that is pretty nice. Sorry I'm making this video so long. I'll try to shorten up as much as possible. I do think it's kind of cool, the little light holes they have in here. I think that's slick. It's almost like a window you can close. Let's see if they'll cooperate on a match. Normally I wouldn't do this. I would got a routine. Come on. Still got that turn right there. Let's see if we can get this one to cooperate with us. Make better matches. Going back to old trusty. Let's see. It is off, but it's got loaded up with fuel in the generator, so after I heat it up, it's going to will go pretty quick. Just like what I said. Still off. Wait for it to die down a little bit. Cracker open. Right to that quarter. And now let's try to open it. She's good. Let me get this globe, just a quick wipe. Alright guys, what is the trick to getting stains out of a globe? Do I gotta soak it in something? What have you guys, when you get a lantern that's, you know, a little burn mark or something, I'm gonna need a little bit something stronger than a glass cleaner, but we'll work on that later. that. There she goes. There we go. Really, really nice. They'll even be better when we restore these. But I wanted to make sure they fired up, and I said, you know what, let's make a video out of this. I was just going to do it off camera, but we'll leave the font on this one alone. It's got a real good sticker. Yeah, what we'll have to do is just get a new label for this one. This tank is really nice, but we'll get a new label for that one. Let's take them outside, see what it looks like. Super bright. There we go. Oh, wait, so try not to get it. Super bright. This one running over here. Turn along. My friends, thanks for hanging out. This is part one. We'll tear them down and get them cleaned up just like they were right off the assembly line. I keep hearing something. It's the bugs hitting the lights. But I appreciate, let me hit the light. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. And we'll get working on part two of this, which is going to be on this one, repaint the cage, everything else is good. This one's going to need a full makeover, so be a fun video. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.